I was just going to pull this up really quick,
Mm-hmm.
using my supreme skills here. I'm just going to go to Twitter. And
here we go.
I know. Oh, mate, somebody stop me. If you can't see what if you're listening to this, it's a guy called Jason K. And he tweeted me last night and he said, thank you. Last year, I watched one of your videos and it changed my life. I stopped blaming other people and looked at what I was doing wrong. And now I feel the best I've ever felt. They compare Christmas this year to now, last year to now. And this is the gentleman here. This is Jason. He's a bigger dude. He's working on his car there, or someone's car. And obviously he's quite overweight. And then you go to this year and have a go at him. Like, he's dropped.
Wow.
I mean, if you compare the pair, he must have dropped, 45 kilos, and he's looking marvelous, and
that's great,
and which is wonderful, and which makes me feel really good because he said that I've seen the video, and motivation is wonderful, but it's something that has to be taken consistently, like a vitamin. And there's no doubt that, hey, great, he saw my video and changed something about what he does, but it was up to him. And that's something that, I think you learn over time as you get older as well, that whatever you want to do in your life, it comes down to you. You can't, no one else can do it for you. It must be done by yourself. And that's what I worry about. And I talk about this a lot in my videos, is this victimhood culture of people where it is everyone else's fault but your own. And there are things in life that go wrong that are terrible and horrible, and you can't change it and no one else can really change it. But even with those, sometimes you have to just accept them. And obviously that's very difficult for a lot of different things. But you have to accept them and then work out how we can make them better. Because if you continuously just lay down in life, life will eat you. And
100%.
I worry about that with young dudes and young women, particularly the ones that are involved with my YouTube channel and my comedy. And I try and put this message out there where I can, that you can change yourself, just like that young man, just like I did when I first dropped 35 or 37 kilos, whatever it was. It is doable, but it takes a lot of hard effort and a lot of change, and a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They're just not.
It's very seductive to fall for an ideology or a set of beliefs and a narrative that absolves you of personal responsibility. Now, I think personal responsibility can be taken to an extreme degree. And I think not everyone is born equal by any means. And some people are going to have it a lot harder than other people. But the chances are there's someone out there that's had it a lot harder than you, and they've managed to better themselves. So I try to live by that mantra as much as I possibly can. Take personal responsibility for, my flaws and things that aren't necessarily going well for me in life. But at the same time, I really try to help other people. And sometimes being generous and being charitable is what someone needs to get back up on their feet. So then they can take personal responsibility. So there's a bit of nuance there, but I'm definitely with you that is the philosophy that will bring you the most peace, and it will bring you most fulfillment in life.
And to what I said before, to my point, a lot of people are unable to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Like that's just, for a lot of people, that's not possible. And I get that. If you were born in a shit community, you've got shit role models, you've got to shit roll the dice, it's very easy for you to just run the course of life. But I think something as simple as sitting there and saying, this isn't for me, is the first step to changing everything and changing the tune of your life. And I see it so much in social media now that everything wrong in my life, my mental health, my physical health, everything is someone else's fault. And when you take that tone, I don't think there's any room for you to improve even 1%, because 1% improvement is so worth it, wherever it happens to be in your life, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your relationship with food, whether it's your relationship with exercise, or whether it's your fucking punting ability. If you can increase it by 1%, that's a positive thing. So
without a doubt.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It sort of, doesn't keep me awake, but it's something that I'm always constantly thinking about, is how I can use my platform to not inspire people. I don't want to inspire people, just give them the option of going, or the possibility of going, hey, maybe we can change our lives just a tiny bit.
Oh, I'm with you there as well. You know, I don't claim to be some kind of a life coach, or I don't claim to know all the answers, but I can only attest to what's worked for me from when I was a teenager to now, which it's not too long. It's about 10 years, but I've learned a few things. And now I've been trying to talk about that a bit more on my second channel, and with the podcast I'm doing with Jordan and the new podcast I'm doing with Eliza. And I I've been getting a few messages like that as well, and it's really rewarding, man. It feels great when you've made a difference with people.